You too.
Shalom. Well, the ICBK coming out of 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana, and today's topic is the disgust of swirling.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Above all nations, we are the main people that's not supposed to be having sex with other nations of people, with other races. We the people that is not, the Lord charged not to do it. I mean, hell, it's even a transgression to another people when they do it, with another nation. You see what I'm saying? There's a level of reproach that comes even with them that they understand. But our people so damn disgusting that we don't even understand, we don't even have value up on ourselves. That's why we think that half of something else makes a better us, which makes no damn sense. We don't even do that with pit bulls. We don't sit there and say, well, I got a bunch of pits. Let me make it with your Labrador. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. We'll keep the pits pure. You see what I'm saying? So what does that say? That says we have more value for dogs than we have for our own selves. That's horrible right there. You see what I'm saying? We have more respect, more honor and value for a dog, for a pit bull, than what we have for our own selves. You see what I'm saying? That's damn pathetic right there. That's a people with your self-esteem is under the ground when you do that. Regardless of how much superficial you try to pile up on yourselves, like, you know what I'm saying, like, your job or whatever the case is, your career, your degrees and all that, your self-esteem is still garbage. You see what I'm saying? And the reason, the way that you look at your race is also garbage. You see what I'm saying? Now, but one of the biggest things that this is doing, this is taking the sisters, and this is not nothing new. This is not nothing new at all. You see what I'm saying? Every time that there's some type of awakening or something like that amongst black people, right? Every time that there's something like that going on with black people, white people, white men start to make them present themselves before the black woman. Because actually the black man and black woman are supposed to be together. You see what I'm saying? So what do? They do the same damn thing that happened in the Garden of Eden. The serpent comes to Eve. You see what I'm saying? It's the same scenario. It's the same thing, right? And I know a lot of people say, well, the woman is the weaker vessel. The woman is the weaker vessel. But it's often funny because this thing only seems to work with our women. You see what I'm saying? That's who this stuff really, really seems to really work on, rather. It works on our women more than anybody else. You see what I'm saying? What we're going to do is we're going to go into Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha, chapter 25 and verse 24. White man's the devil that the Bible speaks of. Let's make that known. As a matter of fact, I think I want to start a little bit before that. I'm going to start with Ecclesiasticus chapter 25. We're going to start at verse 13. We'll run through this a little quick for time's sake. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 verse 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, right? Because with the plague of a heart, what happens with the plague of a heart? Well, the heart is fashioned towards specific iniquities. You see what I'm saying? That's the plague of the heart, right? And any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman. Now, why is this? Because the woman, right? The woman is susceptible to evil more than the man is. You see what I'm saying? The woman is more susceptible to wickedness than a man is. That's why when a man child and a female is born, that's why the time of uncleanness is twice as long for that female than it is for the male. You see what I'm saying? But the wickedness of a woman and any affliction, but the affliction of them that hate me. Now, think about this for a second. It's always funny because these scriptures seem to be paired because who is the enemy that hates you? The enemy that hates us is the white man. You see what I'm saying? And what are our women doing? Pairing together with them. You see what I'm saying? To go against us. That's what they're doing against us, right? And this right here is, it's been a suppressed desire, of black women to want to be with white men. Regardless of who, that's what it is. Regardless of who don't like it, don't like me saying that or whatever, it is what it is. I mean, it's just reality. You see what I'm saying? Because our women hate it because we think, well, no, it's just the black man that does this and the black man does that and the black man does. Okay, let me hit you on to something. She hates black men for the same reason why she hates her hair. Let me tell you why that is. Simply because it's naturally what she's supposed to have. That's the reason. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason right there. They say, well, the black man did this and the black man did that, but then what did her hair do to her? You see what I'm saying? What does her woolly hair that is like the texture of Christ's hair do to her to make her hate it? Let me tell you, it did nothing. You see what I'm saying? And the first thing come out, they well, black men get with white women, black men, and they act like they taking revenge out on us. Newsflash. Black women were doing this way longer than black men was in America. You see what I'm saying? Black women were not being put to death behind having sex with white men. But if a black man had sex with a white woman, he was dying. So who was swirling? You see what I'm saying? Black men didn't even start getting with damn white women until like the mid to late 70s. You see what I'm saying? Before that, a person was a celebrity. If he was with a white woman, he was of celebrity status. You see what I'm saying? He had some type of thing where he entertained white people so much that, they gave him a white wife so that she would be able to take all of his wealth and resources when he died. You see what I'm saying? Or to take it all in a divorce, or whatever the case is. That's what all of that was about. You see what I'm saying? All of that was about is taking that black man's money, his wealth, whatever it is that he could accumulate, and giving that to white society. You see what I'm saying? That's all that was about. Now, the same thing with the celebrity black woman. The same damn difference. Same thing. She was sitting there giving her money, you know what I'm saying, to the damn white man, and when something happened between them, her wealth would go to them. You see what I'm saying? All of this is making sure that you can't help your own damn people with the money. Making sure that your people have absolutely nothing. You see what I'm saying? Let me take a quick second. All right. Verse 15. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse 15. There is no head above the head of a serpent. Now, what is this talking about? Who's at the top right now? The white man, right? Because the literal serpent's head is right in the dust, right on the ground. So it says, there is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. The white man is our enemy. That's what we need to understand. That's what we got to understand, right? And what does the enemy do? The enemy finds out where the weakness is at. You see what I'm saying? And the enemy understands that our women are the weaker between the man and the woman. That's why the serpent went for Eve and not Adam. The serpent was afraid of Adam. You see what I'm saying? Just like the white man is afraid of the black man today. You see what I'm saying? Regardless of what people, want to believe, it's the truth. That's why they shoot us 100 damn times, right? When we're unarmed. That is an inherent fear right there. And get back to the scriptures. And there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. This wicked woman is a woman whose ways are twisted, right? Now, how do the ways get twisted? By her listening to the white man. You see what I'm saying? The Christian church, who was joined to the white man. Her friends, who are joined to the white man. Television was owned by the white man. You see what I'm saying? All of these forces of evil that are linked directly to the white man. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. We see the sisters, with the hateful face every damn day. And one of the things that we need to realize, a lot of these sisters that have this hateful face towards black men, they get angry even if a black man wants to talk. Some of them get angry with a black man for even wanting to talk to them or giving them a compliment. You see what I'm saying? Well, when that white man gives them a compliment, they're happy behind that because the compliments that come from a white man are fewer. You see what I'm saying? And that's who she's been spending her whole damn life trying to be next to. She's been spending her whole life trying to be next to that white man. You see what I'm saying? A lot of sisters lived their whole lives to be Kerry Washington from Scandal. And once they see that some of them is not reaching that goal, what does it cause them to do? It causes them to be angry. You see what I'm saying? Now you're starting to get into the psychology of why the sisters are so angry. I know a lot of people say, well, it's the curses. Yeah. But at the same time, the curses still have characteristics that you can see. You see what I'm saying? You just can't just say, well, it's the curses. You have to understand that, there's reasons for things. You see what I'm saying? There's also carnal reasons behind certain spiritual matters. You see what I'm saying? Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. Because he's always going to hear something coming from this type of woman. You see what I'm saying? And just like I always say, a lot of sisters are only with brothers because the white man does not accept them. You see what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, throw something in the comment section. You don't believe me or anybody want to battle this matter. You know what I'm saying? Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Now, what we're going to do from here, now, we're going to go to, we're going to skip down. We'll go to verse 23. Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 23. A wicked woman abateth the courage. Now, you want to know why, the spiritual reason of why your woman is abating the courage? Let me tell you the solid reason right here is because she loves this kingdom of the white man. She loves him being in power. And in order for you to be in power, you have to have confidence. Nobody ever takes a kingdom with no confidence. Nobody establishes a kingdom with no confidence. Nobody rules anything with no confidence. You see what I'm saying? A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. Now, how is this done? This is done by her mouth, because she is working in league with your enemy. That's why our brothers got to constantly correct this woman. Constantly. You have to understand that you're fighting not her mind, because a lot of brothers, I see a lot of brothers teaching things like, some brothers be on the YouTube and, these little secular groups of people, and they're, breaking down the psychology of a woman and what they're breaking it down or whatever. But at the same time, they're missing certain things. You see what I'm saying? A wicked woman abateth the courage and making a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. Right? A woman that will not comfort her husband. What they don't understand is that they're not really breaking it down into the fact that she wants the power, and the reason why she wants the power. The reason why she wants the power is because she believes that her and the serpent are actually going to rule together. You know what I'm saying? That she's going to be up under him in rulership. That's why. Now, you want to know why all your women call themselves queens? That's the reason why. If she's the queen, then who is the king? Because the damn sure ain't us. Right? That white man is her king. You see what I'm saying? White king, black queen. That's what she's looking forward to. You see what I'm saying? Now, what's the one thing that's getting in the way of that? The one thing that's getting in the way of that is our existence. And now you want to know another reason why the black woman is so angry with black men? Because she believes that the only thing that's getting in the way of her fully being accepted by the white man is us. You see what I'm saying? Now, also, notice another thing, because, they love to say, well, soon as black men get a position in society, a black man gets some money, first thing he do is put a Becky on his arm. Well, let me tell you who's more susceptible to that than the black man is. Black women. Because they'll go into all of these celebrity black men that have married white women, right? But what they're not seeing is all of these black men that come, that went into the NBA and all of that and married black women. You see what I'm saying? You take the black woman and raise her up into anything, right? And she has a man, say she has a man in high school, she got a singing career or whatever, right? She's got a singing career, she got a boy, or she's trying to be a singer, she got a boyfriend in high school, right? And she starts to get some fame. What's the first thing that she do? First damn thing she do is as soon as she starts getting some damn fame, she'll drop that man. You see what I'm saying? Because now all her options become broad. You see what I'm saying? And when they say that a man is only as faithful as his options, even more so that goddamn black woman. You see what I'm saying? She's only as faithful as her options. You see what I'm saying? Things like social media, Facebook, and all of that have done made certain women that, aren't really that attractive and make them feel like dime pieces. You see what I'm saying? So now the most unattractive sister, views herself as over the attractive brother. You see what I'm saying? And brothers play into this. Brothers play into this, and you know what I'm saying, and start to bow us. Brothers bow themselves down to this type of mentality coming from the sisters. All right. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Like I said before, it's about smiting your confidence. Black men, you got to have your confidence regardless. You see what I'm saying? The black man's got to keep his confidence. You got to keep it. Because that's where all of these are attacks at. That's why they come out with things, you know, just like a Facebook post I seen that had this black woman, and she's crying, and she's looking at the black man talking about, he raped me and you didn't do anything. Or he did this and you didn't do nothing. And the black man standing there like this, you know what I'm saying? All of that mouth is only to smite your confidence. That's it. That is to destroy it, because you're not going to have any power with no confidence. You're not. You see what I'm saying? That's what that's all about. As a matter of fact, let me give you an example. There's like scary movies, you know. There will be some scary movie to where, you know, some type of ghost or some type of monster or something killed one of the hero of the movie's family member or his wife or his child or something like that. And then they'll make the ghost of the child, some type of ghost of the child or whatever, like an evil spirit, you know, come back, some type of demon impersonating the child. And they'll say something like, why didn't you save me? Why didn't you could have saved us? Or you could have saved me. Now notice, inside that movie, that is a demonic spirit that is saying that. So now, when your woman sat there and say, oh, well, they raped us and y'all didn't do anything. They raped us and y'all didn't help us. What spirit is in her to make her say that? You see what I'm saying? And they use that same mindset to love, to love white people, to love the white man. They use that as an excuse and a reason to obey him over you. What other race does that? I mean, since we're generalizing everything, right? What other race does that? Let me tell you something. World War I. World War II. After that you had the Korean War, the Vietnam War, right? So on and so forth. In all of these wars, women died. You see what I'm saying? Women died and children died. Women were raped. Children were killed. You see what I'm saying? In these wars, right? The white man was doing all types of atrocious things to Vietnamese women during the time of the Vietnam War, but never once did you hear the Vietnamese woman say to the Vietnamese man, why didn't you save us? You couldn't help us. We were raped. We were killed. We were this and we were that, and you did nothing. She didn't do that. What did she do? She got behind her damn men. You see what I'm saying? Now, the Vietnamese have way more respect than what we do. That's why they gave them clear passage to come into America. You know what I'm saying? After the Vietnam War, right after the Vietnam War, the Vietnamese start coming here in somewhere around 1978. You see what I'm saying? And then the influx of them just kept coming in and coming in. After that, they gave them a piece of America out of respect. You see what I'm saying? Their women didn't come up against them and be like, y'all, look at all of us women that died and y'all couldn't help us. That is damn feminism. You see what I'm saying? That's feminism. Y'all couldn't protect us. Y'all couldn't this and y'all couldn't that. They never did that. Instead, they got them behind their damn men. Now look at them today. What do they have today? They have global respect. You see what I'm saying? And people are competing over their, help and support. You see what I'm saying? Vietnam and all these places like Vietnam and all of these places, Asia, Thailand, and all of these places, back then, these were like third world countries. But the women supported and helped their men out. You see what I'm saying? What? They helped and supported their men. Look at them today. Look at how much wealth they're in today. Look at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You don't think so many women died, during that time, World War II? Japanese women were being raped. They were being murdered. And then, then they dropped the damn atom bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki and wiped out a few 100,000 people. You see what I'm saying? But did the Vietnamese women come up and be like, you didn't help us. You allowed so many of us to die. That's war. You see what I'm saying? War has casualties. We have been at war with the white man. The white man's been at war. The war between us and the white man, in this modern times started as soon as the damn Renaissance era started. They were at open war with us. You see what I'm saying? And in wars, there's casualties. But how in the hell can you sit there and fall in love with the same damn people that do the most brutal and atrocious things to your people? Does it turn you on? Obviously, that's what it seems like. What other race of women get turned on by the blood of their people? I don't get this. I don't understand. You see what I'm saying? How destroyed are you? You getting aroused. That's got to be the case. I know they say things like, no, see, the black woman always, got with the white man, after slavery because, because she was scared and she ran to him for protection. You know what? That's like saying, I'm running from a pack of wolves. Let me run to the wolves for protection. What type of sense does that make? That doesn't make any damn sense at all. You see what I'm saying? And let me key you in on another thing. Let me key you in on another tidbit of knowledge. The very first official marriage in America, interracial marriage in America, was between a black woman and a white man in 1967. I forgot what they called that case. It became a high-profile case. How many? And these weren't no celebrities. You see what I'm saying? These were average, regular people. He was low-level, bottom, low-class white man. And she was some coon bedwench black woman. Neither one of them were she wasn't no celebrity. You see what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that made the case so big, because this only happened secretly in the celebrity world. You see what I'm saying? Like I said before, to take the wealth and the resources from a black person to give it to somebody white. Common people were not doing this. You see what I'm saying? But I'll tell you who was, because at least it wasn't official and legalized. And all of these black women that talk about, they love the swirl agenda, right? But at the same time, they hate, they hate the fact of anybody loving the idea of anybody loving a black man. These white women don't love black men. You see what I'm saying? The black woman knows this, but she's angry at the thought, just the very thought of anybody loving you, including herself. You see what I'm saying? She hates the very thought of it. And let me tell you who else does. The white man does. He hates the very thought of it too. So when we think all of this stuff is just the mind of the woman, no, it's not the mind of the woman by herself. It's the mind of the serpent in the woman. That's what it is. You see what I'm saying? Because the white man hates the thought of anybody loving a black man. You see what I'm saying? That's why he pushes all of this hate propaganda against us. The black woman thinks the same way. You see what I'm saying? The black woman thinks the same damn way, and I'm gonna prove more of this stuff to you also. Verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. What does the scripture say? The scripture says through the woman came the beginning of sin. Now you got Christian pastors out there. I done heard Christian, and one time I believed this. It just sounded like it was good to me because, it sounded like it might have been right. Because Christians are real crafty and, with the word. And if you don't know anything about it, you're not taught in the ISUPK, you will start to believe what they say. The spirit of Christianity is a very powerful spirit. You see what I'm saying? And the only thing that's actually, the only force, on the earth, with the strength of the Most High that can fight it is the ISUPK. You see what I'm saying? Because it runs rampant in all of these fake Israelite groups. It runs rampant in them. They're Christian. They're the same thing. That's what Christianity does. It blends itself, and it makes you that. You only just call something different. You see what I'm saying? Muslims are Christians. Buddhists are Christians. Hindus are Christians. You see what I'm saying? Back in the 60s and 50s, they were different. But see, here's the thing though. With them being back in the 50s and 60s, with them being different, the precursors to them being the same was already there. You see what I'm saying? And that was through covenants with the white man. Now look at Islam and look at all of that. You see what I'm saying? Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. Because a woman that can go anywhere she wants to, you got sisters that want to go to France, and in their mind, they want to hook up with some French snail-eating white dude. You see what I'm saying? And black women were doing this for a long time. Black men just never said anything about it. The very first people to ever say anything about interracial dating ever in the history of America, as far as black men, interracial marriages or whatever, is the ISUPK. This stuff was shocking. It was shock treatment in 1969 and in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Nobody had ever heard anybody speak against, because hell, when ISUPK first started, there wasn't a bunch of black men with white women. You see what I'm saying? There wasn't a bunch of that going on. But there were black women thirsting after white men. And the ISUPK were the very first black men to ever combat it. It was this stuff. Nobody ever said anything about this stuff at first. Black men just took it on the chin. Black men didn't even care. You know what I'm saying? I mean, black men cared, but we just couldn't do nothing about it. It was a part of life. And it's the white man wasn't messing around with the black woman to take her on to be his wife or any of that, right? As far as a whole, as a collective body, you see what I'm saying? What he was doing, not unless he was just this poor dirt white man, right? And they couldn't get no white woman that was desirable. He'll settle for the black woman. You see what I'm saying? I mean, because that was somebody he could abuse. He could beat her. He could do whatever he wanted to her. She called the cops. The cops ain't going to do anything. Just like the DeBarge's mother, the elder DeBarge and them's mother and father. Their father was this dirty white dude, poor, dirty white dude. And their mother was, you know what I'm saying, a decent looking black woman. Right? Police come to he would be beating the hell out of her. Police come to the house and they see that it's a white man and a black woman. They just went back in their cars and left. Who are they to, say something against him for beating his slave? You see what I'm saying? That's what they would do for her. Nobody ever said any damn thing about it. Black women were, getting with white dudes all the way back then. But they didn't act like this is some new thing that they doing in retaliation to black men. You see what I'm saying? When black women were the damn original swirlers in America. A black man screwed a white woman in slavery, he was boiled in oil. He was castrated, he was lynched. You see what I'm saying? And all of that, not unless the white man had his fetish where he was swinging with his slaves, which white men were doing that, where he would have, his wife screw a slave, and he sat back and stroked his Oscar and watched. You see what I'm saying? The white men were doing that back then. They were swinging and had their buck slaves and all of that, bone their wife. But as far as in some type of relationship of black man and white woman, that was damn non-existent. You see what I'm saying? That was speckled out and very far and few. And I don't know where the hell they even hid to. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, the ones that actually were, I don't see how the hell some of them even survived. You see what I'm saying? I don't get that. But, then verse 26 says, if she go not as thou wouldest have her. If she a woman to go out and do what the hell she goddamn want to do, that's a whore. She's gone 2-3 days and then come back to you. You see what I'm saying? And this, like I was saying before, this was also a tradition and a damn custom. A black man to have a wife, this is after slavery. Black man will have a wife, and then they would go down into the city and be sleeping with white men while he's at work. And what does the white man do? Send her back to him. Send her back to that black man. Now think about it. Now she just had sex with the man, with the race of men that she just been desiring, right? But then, she would have left her husband for him, no doubt. Because when white man presents himself as an option, the black woman forgets that the black man ever even existed. Then she dropped him quick. You see, her mind, she psychologically drops him quick. Just like a story, a sister was telling me where she had got raped by a white man. She met this white man at a party. And she was at a black party. And he was the cool white dude. She was talking to a black man when she first was in the party. She was talking to this black dude. She see this white dude come in and he's cocky acting and all of that. She forgot that black man that she was talking to even existed, and she wanted to catch that white man's attention. Well, that white man ended up taking her back to his place, and she says that white man raped her. You see what I'm saying? But it's funny because she said she continued to talk to this man a couple of months on the phone after the rape, which is often funny in itself. And I asked her, why didn't she get with the black dude? He was shy. He was timid. He was, I didn't, I'm like, I know what it was. You saw what you've been desiring and what you were with. You totally forgot about it because your eyes were fixed on what you've been desiring. You see what I'm saying? That's what, and then, that's what actually happened. She finally saw her opportunity. And the white man knows the black. You didn't think, it's so hard to understand the mind of a woman. That's bullshit. Why the hell the white man understand your woman so damn well, and he knows exactly when to push his propaganda. Exactly when to do it. He knows her that well. But yet, other people tell you, oh, you can't get on psychologically on the mind of a woman. You can't deal with a woman psychologically. That's bullshit. Your woman's easy to understand. You think she's so damn difficult to understand because you keep listening to people that's telling you that she's hard to understand and you believe it just because somebody's saying it. And you have nobody to rebut, to effectively rebut that claim. So you believe it. You see what I'm saying? And you in your relationship thinking that she's so psychologically superior to you when she sees every shiny thing and wants it. You see what I'm saying? She, in society, you have to be taught. In a lot of instances, you have to be taught to be. You're not natural in America. You have to be taught that. And if it's taught to you and it seeps into you, and that's all you know, right? You'll start to see and you start to question things. You'll start to how it really lies. You see who her brain is because as soon as no more, now she wants to call the police. Her brain. You see what I'm saying? Her real brain. You see what I'm saying? As soon as you start to question things, you know you gone for 2 or 3 damn days. You know, you investigate her, you find out she's with some damn body, put your ass in child support. You see what I'm saying? She's psychologically seeming also too that he had to be like some B-list comedian or whatever was really about that. She recently blew up, you know, and she's coming out with a relationship. You know, she's not dressing like no whore, no slut. And at the end of the damn day, the final say to whatever the hell it is that goes on. You see what I'm saying? And what agenda is being pushed there? That swirl agenda is what being pushed there. Because swirling so much power because now it's simp ass black men also. Simp ass black men give the black man to tell the non-simp black man, you know, that persecutes him for not being simp. Just like himself. You know what I'm saying? With these black women, with this whole swirl agenda, right? If the threat was out there, black men would not take these women back. Swirl-minded black women and simp black men teaming up together. You sit there and say, maybe we need to, you know, go over, you know, the Dominican Republic, you know, women, you know, whose mind is not saturated with many things as the American black woman. You start thinking counter move. You got a counter move, and they can't stand that because, like I said before, you know, they don't really care about the race. They don't get down about the race. The only one you have to have a hard spirit in order to fight against that. The ones that are not in the ISUBK don't fight. You see what I'm saying? and they are American blows, they blow too. You see what I'm saying? Whichever way the American men blow, they blow in that. Because the bulk of them's desire is with something. And even the ones that seemingly that are in the ISUPK, that seemingly people, they're weak also. It's just tomorrow. Black men, you tell a woman what you want. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't tell your woman that we progress under the vibe of America, her mind will go the way of the goddamn dodo bird. Black men, you see what I'm saying? Think about it. The way things now, her desires is not really just her, not really her. Her desires is what the white man chose for her. But you, now you her. You now know what it is. The main battlefront is inside the goddamn home. You know what I'm saying? Now go to First Timothy chapter and First Timothy chapter 5 and verse 6. I'm going to take a couple of verses. I'm going to do about 5 and verse 1. Elder, but treat him as a father. That's the rank order, that's in the ISUPK right there. Church, because the woman who is lower in rank than the people there, right, will go and chandler men. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scripture also say, I suffer a woman not to teach nor to use authority over the men, because who do they attack in their ambition for power? They attack the men. And what happening is because the Christians end up out of the place. Now the whole damn place is flooded with feminism and homosexual. I'm going down to verse 6. But see, this becomes this whole thing permeates the hell out of our society whenever especially when we are under the white man's rule. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's why the Paul has to break them down in these lives. Right? Because these are the things that we knew before. But the spirit of the standard up. You see what I'm saying? No law in the law. The spirit of all knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't have to, nobody had to, that's the reason why. I mean, when Mary was Moses, she was out of leprosy. Miriam and Aaron spoke as Moses, the Miriam. You see what I'm saying? It was called Ethiopia in the Bible. Because part of Africa was considered Ethiopia. It just wasn't one country. It was that Midian was right. The land of Midian was that northern region of the land. That's why they were all thrown in the same town, regardless of family, stock that came from. Ethiopia. But she was considered an Ethiopian because they made the land of Midian on the east of Kush. East of teach the marriage paper. Talking this law of the land bullshit. Law of the land. Law of the land. They ain't doing nothing but goddamn binding the damn strong man so that strong man's house could be spoiled. You see what I'm saying? That is a damn contract with the white man, who is the devil, according to the Bible. What they want you to do, they want you to sign their marriage papers because they know once you sign those marriage papers that she's legally bound to you. That's why when the marriage license gets signed, certain things that she was doing for you stop. You see what I'm saying? I know a lot of brothers know what I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, I don't mean to be sound vile or perverted or nothing like that. But you was, having good sex at first. You see what I'm saying? And y'all was having it all the time. Before those marriage papers. Y'all was really connected. Right? After the marriage papers, now sex become part of you. Y'all was throwing it down at first. After those marriage papers, now y'all having it like once a week. You see what I'm saying? Now it's being like that now, right? You know why? Because you put the devil inside your marriage. And him collaborating with your woman, now they're saying we got it. Now, just like it is in a lot of states, right? Now, what she can do now, because women twist the man's arm, for the marriage paper, right? And they also initiate the divorce more than 70% of the time. You see what I'm saying? So now think about it for a second. They got the marriage paper, and usually before they come with the divorce papers, right? 9 times out of 10, she has already slept with someone else. Because see, here's the thing. Women, they're not like men. A man can leave, a man can have, a man can leave a relationship and not have nothing else to grab onto. You see what I'm saying? But a woman, on the other hand, if she's ready to leave a relationship, she's got to have something else, either somebody's paying her, that she's talking to, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that she's having sex with, right? Somebody that, there's some type of connection between her and another man that's inappropriate, right? They call it monkey arms. Because as a monkey swings from one branch, he don't let go of that one branch until he has another branch to grab onto. And then he swings from that branch and go to another branch. Swing from that one, go to another branch. That's why women go from one relationship to the next. Another relationship to the next. You see what I'm saying? The monkey arm, situation. But who empowers her to do that? The white man. Because see, in other societies, it's way harder to do some monkey branch type stuff. You know what I'm saying? That woman, she doesn't have the option, such a broad option of leaving her man and going to another man, right? Because if she do that, her and that man is going to be marked. You see what I'm saying? Let them try that in like Korea or somewhere, or one of these countries, that's not as westernized, right? Or let them try it in Arabia, all right? That woman is going to be marked as a whore, and she don't want that, because with that label comes being ostracized. Her family will turn on her. Her children will turn on her, and she will have no husband. She will be desolate. You see what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. For all you swirling sisters out there, the time is going to come to where you are going to be desolate, and I can give you scripture to prove that. Because you're going to sit there and trying to do all of this stuff with all of these other men, and have all the nasty sex that you want to have, and still think that you're going to still have that black man to go to, and that black man is not going to be there, because black men will start to get that self-esteem and stuff. Low self-esteem is what causes you to keep taking her back. You see what I'm saying? You're taught in this society that she's so much greater than you. You see what I'm saying? You're taught in this society that she's this queen and this goddess, and you're some poor schmuck that's even lucky just to even be with her. So now if she go out, she sleep with another damn man, you want to try and work it out. You see what I'm saying? When her heart is belonged to some other damn man, you know what I'm saying? But she's happy with the fact that she's been able to keep you. You see what I'm saying? She wants it to where you'll pay the bills, watch the kids, while she goes out and has the nastiest sex with another man, and can still come home to you. And you better not say where you been. Who was you with? Oh, don't start that. Don't start that. Now you shut down, You insecure. You all insecure. He's just my friend. I told you we was friends. I knew him before me and you got together. They want to come like that. Now you like this. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing whatever the hell they goddamn want to. You see what I'm saying? Now the Lord looking at you. And then next thing you know, she done caught some damn venereal disease from some dude, right? And they came and gave it to you. But then convinced you that you gave it to her. Now you say, yeah, I was, messing around and everything, and they're contracting something. And then she blamed you for the disease that she caught from another man. Now you even more in a bitch-like situation. You see what I'm saying? Wow. Because one thing, like the scriptures say, from the woman comes the beginning of sin, and the root her. We all die, right? Think about it. Who goes through who? The man goes through the woman in intercourse. You see what I'm saying? And she can pack many diseases up inside there. You know what I'm saying? One thing, a lot of the times, diseases, you know what? Diseases can also, venereal diseases can be born by people that don't even have them. You see what I'm saying? Because if you have a woman out there, right, and this woman is sleeping with multiple dudes, say she's with one man, right? Her insides is shaped to conform to that one man, and that DNA, is in her, right? That man's DNA, she is one flesh with that man. But then she goes and starts sleeping with another man. Now the vagina is trying to conform itself to that man's penis and his sperm. And what happens is confusion. You see what I'm saying? And God is not the author of confusion. You see what I'm saying? So what ends up happening is you got one man's DNA mixed in with another damn man's DNA inside the same goddamn woman. Right? And just like you take two certain electrical, you mess around and have the wrong electrical charges or whatever, and you put them together and boom! Right? Fire. You see what I'm saying? Now that's going on inside the womb. That's one of the reasons why gonorrhea burns. You see what I'm saying? Now those DNA mixing and the vagina getting confused, a disease can form right out of that. The white man ain't got to inject you with no goddamn disease. We think the white man just, of course he is, but the diseases can be formed without even the assistance of the white man. You see what I'm saying? How you think the first venereal diseases got here? You see what I'm saying? By situations like that. Just like a man going up in another man's behind. Right? You got the DNA and sperm shooting up in one man, in a man's behind, his DNA going in the man, but in the DNA saying, no, wait a minute, hold on. This ain't no goddamn woman. Bam! Now you got AIDS. Both of them. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go to Ezekiel chapter 23 and verse 1. Now, but while my mind's still fresh on it, what we're going to do, let's go to Isaiah just to show this is what's going to happen to the swirls. You see what I'm saying? This is what's going to start to happen. And I'm going to start at Isaiah chapter 3, and I'm going to start at the 24th verse. And it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be a stink. And instead of a girdle, a rent. Because, what is she doing? She's in whoredom, right? And, when a Hebrew woman that is supposed to be righteous and supposed to have one man, right? Now you start to understand now the yeast infections. You see what I'm saying? Which also causes it to smell. You see what I'm saying? Any woman running around that has multiple sperms up in her, she stinks. That woman's funky. You know what I'm saying? That's why this is so common among black women. Is a smelly vagina. You see what I'm saying? Because think about it. The combination of eating unclean foods, having sex with different dudes, you know what I'm saying? All of this stuff together causes the vagina to stink. You see what I'm saying? That's marred land right there. Land that ain't no goddamn good. And it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be a stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well-set hair, baldness. Now, we know this. We know who this is spelling out. All the goddamn edges gone. You see what I'm saying? And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. Also, too, another thing, too, perming the hair throws off the pH balance. There's a link between the head and downstairs. There is. A lot of people don't know it, but that it is. There's a link between that. You see what I'm saying? You know, think about it. You got a woman that's putting the damn, you know, she's dyeing her hair, she's straightening her hair out and dyeing it blonde, right? You know, all of that stuff is unnatural. You see what I'm saying? And burning instead of beauty. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. And her gates shall lament and mourn. And she, being desolate, shall sit upon the ground. This set up on the ground has to do with being lonely and in despair. So this is what actually this is the latter, this is the result. This is what's going to happen behind this swirl movement. Because what does the white man do? The white man always uses black women like that. What does he do? He has a season where he pushes this propaganda of them, makes himself an option for black women whenever they figure that the black man is, the black families are starting, the truth is coming out. There's a rise and awakening among us. What do? They push, the agenda of the white man being with the black woman, right? And what do? Once they got what they want from the black woman, they withdraw themselves. And then leave her to us. You see what I'm saying? So now she's pissed off because she can't have the man that she wants, right? And she doesn't want the black man because her sights were set on him. He used her, threw her away, and who does she get mad at and blame for that? She blames us. And she comes to the conclusion in her mind that the only thing that's stopping her to reach the fulfillment with that white man is us still breathing. You see what I'm saying? That black man still breathing. Yeah. It's sad, ain't it? Yeah, it's sad. That's why the black men, we have to equip ourselves with knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Understand the woman. You see what I'm saying? You have to understand her. And you have to understand your enemy. You see what I'm saying? Now we'll go to Ezekiel, the 23rd chapter. Before we do that, time check. All right. Ezekiel chapter 23 and verse 1. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Son of man, there were two women, the daughters of one mother, and they committed whoredoms in Egypt. They committed whoredoms in their youth. There were their breasts pressed. There they bruised the teats of their virginity. And the names of them were Aholah and the elder sister, and Aholibah, her sister. And they were mine. What is the Most High saying? He's metaphorically saying he has two wives here. And that's also a cut to anybody that run around talking about, oh no, one wife, but then why is the Most High using metaphorically of him having two wives? You see what I'm saying? A man can have more than one wife, according to the scriptures. It's lawful. And they bear sons and daughters. Thus were their names. Samaria is Aholah, and Jerusalem is Aholibah. And Aholah played the harlot when she was mine, and she doted on her lovers, on the Assyrians, her neighbors. You see this? Now, this is metaphorically, our situation with our women is the same situation as the Most High has with us as a nation. You see what I'm saying? Which were clothed with blue, captains and rulers, all of them desirable young men, horsemen, riding up on horses. Thus she committed whoredoms with them, with all them that were the chosen men of Assyria, and with all on whom she doted. With all their idols she defiled herself. Neither left she her whoredoms brought from Egypt, for in her youth they lay with her, and they bruised the teats of her virginity, and poured their whoredoms upon her. Now think about this. Today poured her whoredoms upon her, right? What's poured upon our women is the whoredoms. You see what I'm saying? That's why we got to check the stuff and we got to catch it. You see what I'm saying? One thing, we got to know what the whoredoms are. That's why everyone should be in these ISUBK classes. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, hell, we in this society, we so used to whoredoms, we don't even know what the hell whoredom is. You see what I'm saying? We don't even know what it is. Our woman could go outside the house with a little small, tight dress on, or a little skirt, and it coming right above her ass cheeks, and we think, well, she's clothed. Because we've been so desensitized, we can't even tell when our own women is dressing like a whore. You see what I'm saying? You sit there, but what exposes it is you see the same type of woman around other women that are not dressed like that are covered up, and then you can kind of think about it, well, wait a minute. Now you'll start to see, hey, wait a minute, the woman is dressed like a whore, but in a land where everybody's a whore, no one's a whore. You see what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why, people run around with skinny jeans on, dressed, damn near like a homosexual, and don't even know that they're dressed. Some of them don't even know that they're actually being dressed like homosexuals, because that's the spirit of the land. You see what I'm saying? And they're blind to it. That's why you have to, get with real men. You see what I'm saying? The real men in the ISUPK, you see how masculine we dress, and you see how masculine we dress, and exposes what's not dressed like us. What's not manly, it exposes it. Then the light shines on it. Now you can see. You see what I'm saying? But don't listen to these sisters and these damn simp brothers in the Christian church and the white man. They're there to combat, real manliness. You see what I'm saying? And they want you to think that manliness has to do with, you just paying bills. And you watching the kids while your wife go out. And you cooking dinner, and doing all of that stuff, you cleaning the house, doing everything to serve the woman. This kingdom tells you that manhood is only based on your servitude to your woman and to the white man. All manhood in America is based on that. You see what I'm saying? Wherefore have I delivered her into the hand of her lovers. Wait a minute. Now, what does it say here? It said that the Most High delivered her into the hand of her lovers, right? So, does this mean that once our women played the whore with another damn race, just like what like we did metaphorically, because what do they say? Well, black men ain't protecting black women. How the hell are you going to protect somebody from what they love? You see what I'm saying? You're not obligated to protect a woman from what it is that she loves. You see what I'm saying? If she loves a white man, and you sit there and you jump out and trying to save her from the same goddamn white man that she loves, what's she going to do? She's only going to turn on you. Because she loves him. She loves America. You see what I'm saying? Wherefore have I delivered her into the hand of her lovers. The Most High said he delivered her into the hand of her lovers. So what can you do if your woman is going to notoriously love the damn white man? You don't have much of a choice in that. Eventually, you just got to let her just, you know what I'm saying? If she's so die hard with it, you just got to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you can't bind her up, right? You can't tie her up. Unlock her in the bedroom. That's what the Most High did. He's like, so he delivered her into the hand of her lovers. Because he's not going to sit there and risk his integrity for a whore nation, just like no man should risk his integrity and reputation for no whoring ass goddamn woman. You see what I'm saying? Because the only thing that's eventually going to happen is now brothers is going to start looking at you. Like, damn, nigga, you can't control your goddamn woman? You letting her do that? Wait a minute, didn't she just get out of the car with that dude? After they sat in the car for like an hour talking. Damn, wasn't she gone for a whole week? And then come back to you? What was she doing for that whole week? And then she hiding her phone on top of that. And coming in with an attitude, pretty much saying, don't question where the hell I've been. Either you're just going to keep looking like a goddamn simp, or you just got to let that thing go. And that's what the Most High did. Wherefore, I have delivered her into the hand of her lovers, into the hand of the Assyrians, upon whom she doted. These discovered her nakedness. They took her sons and her daughters and slew her with the sword. And she became famous among women, for they had executed judgment upon her. What do you think that these swirling white dudes eventually going to do to black women? They're already starting to damn kill the damn black woman. Hell, the ones that they're not even sleeping with. And see, here's the thing too. The whole purpose of this swirl agenda is not even about her. It's actually about us, because the strength of any society is in their men, right? So the whole thing is to weaken us. That's what it's all about. You see what I'm saying? Because how the hell are you going to rise up and be a strong goddamn man when your woman is sleeping with every different damn dude, right? And breaking your confidence on top of that, just like as we read earlier in the scriptures. How she make it weak hands and feeble knees. Feeble knees mean you ain't going to stand for a goddamn thing. That's what feeble knees is all about. You see what I'm saying? And when her sister Aholibah saw this, she was more corrupt in her inordinate love than she, and in her whoredoms more than her sister in her whoredoms. She doted upon the Assyrians, her neighbors, captains, rulers, clothed most gorgeously, horsemen riding upon horses, all of them desirable young men. Now think about this for a second. Now what are we doing with doting? Our nation is doting upon an oppressor. Because the Assyrians were also known for killing us. As you go in the book of Tobit, there was, they made it a law to where we couldn't, once they killed one of us, that person had to be left out in the street that was killed. You see what I'm saying? just like they did with what was it, Freddie Gray and all of them, left the bodies out there. You know what I'm saying? The same thing that the Assyrians did to us, actually too. That's why Tobit, ended up burying the dude, at the risk of losing his own life, because that's what it was punishable by. You buried the dead of your own people under the Assyrians when they ruled over us during the time of Tobit. Your life was required for burying your dead brother. You see what I'm saying? Then I saw that she was defiled, that they took both one way, and that she increased her whoredoms. Well, when she saw men portrayed upon the wall, the images of the Chaldeans portrayed with vermilion. What is she doing? She's seeing the men portrayed on television, on the Facebook, on the internet. You see what I'm saying? She said all of that, the interracial, the white knight, this prince, when in reality, hell, she ain't getting no goddamn white knight. She's gonna get the trailer park dude, you know what I'm saying? The lowest of the goddamn low of them, right? And she does get anything that seems like it might be something that she might desire. He ain't gonna do nothing but pump her up, put a goddamn kid in her, bounce, leave her behind to raise the damn child as black. You see what I'm saying? Because when it all boils down to it, and with all of this racial tension happening, this happening, white people are going to side with their own damn race. He loves his race more than he loves your black ass. He don't love you, to be honest with you. And he don't love those kids either. He half loves them because they're only half of what the hell he is. The other half of them, the way he see it, is by the people that he hates. You see what I'm saying? You want me to prove further on that? If he have 3 kids with you, which one is he going to like the best? He's going to like the one that looks the whitest. And that's going to be based on looks, just on looks alone. You see what I'm saying? And you swear up and down that he thinks you so beautiful, you know what I'm saying? That he thinks that you so damn beautiful. This is proof that white men don't love you. You think that he thinks that you're beautiful, right? Let y'all have a child and let the child have your features. Let you have 3 kids with him. One child looks like you. The other 2 looks like his people, right? Looks more closer to his people. Which one is he going to love the most? He's going to love those 2 the most. And that one that looks like you, since you thought he was so damn, since you think he thought you were so beautiful, right? He see them fat lips, on the black Negro features, you know what I'm saying, on that child. That right there is a sign, because he's only lusted for you. That's it. Only a slave lust. And the only reason why they act like they want you is because they figure that they're taking something from us. But if the ones that do so and join with white men, if we sit there and say, no, that's not ours, that's y'all's, that start to defeat the white man's whole goddamn purpose. They belong to y'all. Because what do? Let you make that argument that those black women belong to them and not to us. So who cares about what they do to their slave? Then that white man will come to the front and try and tell you that you're wrong. She's black. He's telling you that she's one of yours. You see what I'm saying? And not only that, hell, when it benefits him, he'll call his children part of you, whom he hates and can't stand. He'll have a son with her say, well, my son is black, so I'm not a racist. My son is black. No, your son is white. That's your child. That's a white seed. I don't give a damn what he looks like. But that's another reason why nobody respects us. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody can just cast their seed up on us and we'll embrace it like they're ours. You see what I'm saying? And we'll call them what we are. We're still doing this in 2018, even with the knowledge coming out that the seed of the father is what the child is. You see what I'm saying? Whatever seed that that father is what that child is. Even with this, we still run around thinking that Tamara and that little other, that Tamara and Tamia, whatever the hell their damn name is, we run around thinking that they're black women. You see what I'm saying? We run around thinking Diana Ross's daughter is a goddamn black woman. Right? Girded with girdles upon their loins, exceeding and dyed attire upon their heads. All of them princes to look to, after the matter of the Babylonians of Chaldea, the land of their nativity. Right? And as soon as she saw them with her eyes, she doted upon them. Now, what are they? What are we metaphorically doing to the Most High? The same thing that black women are now doing to us. You see what I'm saying? Soon as she saw those, you know what I'm saying? What did she do? She dropped the Most High. Took her eyes off of them. The only thing that mattered was those Babylonians. And that's why all of these silly sisters is coming out. You got endless videos on swirling. And see, another thing too, when they act like black men are the biggest traitors of black people, think about this for a second. Black women are the only women on the face of the damn planet that come out with an established movement to go against their men. You see what I'm saying? They'll say, oh, well, white women started the feminist movement. The feminist movement is not against white men. White men is the one that started the goddamn feminist movement. They're the ones that funded and bankrolled it. You see what I'm saying? And they did it for a reason. Is to tear up the black family. And by default, they have to tear up some of their own because, see, there is still more non-Jewish white people than there are Jewish white people, so they had to mess them up to some level also to keep confusion in the whole damn society because, see, if they only get us, right, then that leaves regular white people who outnumber them. You see what I'm saying? And can mess around and end up tumbling them over. So what they did, they had to spread this among everybody. But who did they specifically spread it to? Is us, to tear up our family, to make them to weaken the black man specifically. Because the whole house is set in order under that black man. That's why the scripture says, how can you bind a strong man? How can you bind him? How can you spoil a man's good unless you first bind that strong man? You see what I'm saying? And as soon as she saw them with her eyes, she doted upon them and sent messages unto them into Chaldea. And the Babylonians came to her into the bed of love, and they defiled her with their whoredom. And she was polluted with them, and her mind was alienated from them. Now it says her mind was alienated from them, right? She is a stranger to them. So are they really trying to take her as the bride? No, they're not, right? The black woman's mind is alienated from the white man's mind, regardless of how much she trying to fashion herself. You see what I'm saying? Because that white man knows she's still black. You see what I'm saying? She's still black. So think about it for a second. She's still, doing, certain things that remind her that this is someone black. So his mind is, for the most part, alienated from her, regardless of how much she's trying to conform her mind unto his. She is still a part of the race that he hates. You see what I'm saying? And her mind was alienated from them. So she discovered her whoredoms, discovered her nakedness. Then my mind was alienated from her. This is the reason why black men and black women can't seem to get along. You could be at the if you talk to a black woman that you don't even know for too long, y'all gonna wind up in some damn disagreement that can eventually go into a full-fledged argument. And you don't even know her. You met her at the bus stop, and she could have started talking to you first. You see what I'm saying? Your whole conversation with them, because the fact that your mind is alienated from hers, the whole conversation, is based on, who's going to be the dominant factor in the damn conversation. And you being a man is not trying to let, something in you is not trying to let her just dominate like that, because with them, it's not based on right and wrong. It's on her pushing her viewpoint on you. And 9 times out of 10, her viewpoint is wrong. You see what I'm saying? You can have a more logical viewpoint concerning whatever situation it is that y'all talking about. But since she does not respect you, right? She figures that what you say doesn't mean anything. You see what I'm saying? Her goal is to make it seem like she knows every damn thing, and you're supposed to bow down to that. And this is the woman that you don't even damn know. You see what I'm saying? Like as my mind was alienated from her sister. Yet she multiplied her whoredoms and called to remembrance the days of her youth, wherein she had played the harlot in the land of Egypt. Now, you want to find somebody whose mind that your mind is so deeply alienated from? Think about it. If you got a man that's in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, right? Or just even a man that even knows that he's an Israelite. Just say somebody, some brother that just know he's an Israelite and try and get into scriptures and watch videos and all of that and learn a little bit of something. What is she? A lot of times she's going on that Egypt. You see what I'm saying? What's she doing? She's bringing to remembrance the whoredoms of Egypt. That's why she's running around with that goddamn ox on. And what is she doing? She's doing every damn thing that this metaphoric woman is doing here in Ezekiel, the 23rd chapter. You see what I'm saying? And who's she in bed with? Your enemy. While sat there worshiping Egypt. You see what I'm saying? Worshiping the nation that oppressed her nation, right? Claiming to be, this is why you don't trust in pro-black women. You see what I'm saying? And so-called pro-black women, power to the people, those women are really, a lot of them women are really feminists for real. You see what I'm saying? And those will be the main women that end up, in bed with the damn white man, having hate sex. You see what I'm saying? A lot of them pro-black women, they turned on based on the fact that they know that the white man is something they ain't supposed to damn be with since they claiming to be pro-black. So they turned on by just that. You see what I'm saying? As the saying goes, it's no better sex than with somebody that you know you ain't supposed to have sex with. You see what I'm saying? So with them, that's one of the reasons why these pro-black women, so many of them are sleeping with white men. You see what I'm saying? It's a turn on and a damn fetish. You see what I'm saying? And the white man, he's turned on because he, figures that he's defiling something that's supposed to be standing with us. So he's turned on just based on that. So the two come together. You see what I'm saying? And have hate sex with one another. And when it all boils down to it, the hatred and all the darts is aimed at black men. You see what I'm saying? Because those women are feminists and lesbians. It's not only white men that they do this with, they sleeping with white women too. Those same feminists, because there's a thin line between pro-black woman, you know what I'm saying? The pro-black woman graduates and becomes a lesbian, right? Graduating, that's the next stage, you know what I'm saying? And the next stage after that is her being, sleeping with white men. You see what I'm saying? So the pro-black women were sleeping with both. white men and white women. That's one of the reasons why you see these pro-black power to the people, black women that were famous during the time of the during the time of the 70s, 60s, and 70s. You'll notice none of them were with black men. So the famous ones, they were not with black men either. While claiming to be pro-black and loving black people, they were with white men, being fetishized. You see what I'm saying? And it's funny because as soon as that movement was over, right? You had the 70s, like say you had the late 60s, when and early 70s, when this stuff started, when they're all pro-black, they run around with the bell bottoms, the tight pants, the afros, the afro picks, and the side sleeping with white men. The white man had got what he wanted because he got her to leave the black man's side and become a damn feminist. You see what I'm saying? And while they sitting there talking about black men, black men, started getting with all of these white women, it's because what happened was the black woman joined the feminist white woman and started becoming lesbians and sleeping with white men. And then she kicked her own man out the damn house for welfare. The white woman come along and swooped up all the black men after sitting there telling the damn black woman to, get her liberation from her man who ain't never had no goddamn foothold in her anyway. The black man had no damn control over her. Didn't pass no laws, really couldn't do anything, no power over her like that. You see what I'm saying? Black man's power was only based, his little piece of power was only based on how much that woman wanted him. That's it. You see what I'm saying? If she was in love with that black man, that's the only power that he had. And love changes. Because a woman will love you one goddamn day and not want a damn thing to do with you the next. So when that happens, he loses the little bit of power that he had, he loses it all. You see what I'm saying? That little small smidgen of power, which wasn't much any damn way. You know what I'm saying? Verse 20, for she doted upon their paramours, whose flesh is as the flesh of ashes, and whose issue is like the issue of horses. Thus thou callest to remembrance the lewdness of thy youth, in bruising thy teeth by the Egyptians for the past of thy youth. What are the sisters going back into now? Egyptology. You see what I'm saying? Hell, it seems like it's more female Egyptologists now than there is men. You see what I'm saying? They all are embracing. That's why you're seeing so many sisters running around with dreadlocks and ounces. You know what I'm saying? Running around with all the Egyptian stuff going on, and you can't tell them that they ain't no Egyptian. You see what I'm saying? You can't tell them that it's all black. We the ancient, it was all black, That was a totally separate bloodline of people. That was not us at all. You tell them that they were the Hebrews according to the Bible. Some of them be like, okay, yeah. Now they're mixing being a Hebrew or being an Egyptian. Now they're both. You know what I'm saying? Now they run around with an ox saying shalom. You see what I'm saying? And put Israel in their damn name, but still at the same time grabbing on to all the damn wickedness and sins of ancient Egypt. Right in the time where we're supposed to be gathering together as a nation. That's why the Most High always keeps referring back to Egypt. You know what I'm saying? When talking about this nation, and our women and our individual families are microcosms of what's the whoredoms is going on in our own damn nation and our relationship, as a whole with the Most High. You see what I'm saying? Now, what I'm going to do now is we're going to go right back to Genesis, the 3rd chapter. Genesis chapter 3 and verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. Think about it. There's many beasts out there, right? But the white man who embodies the serpent, right, is the most subtle of all the beasts of the field. All of them have different levels of subtlety. But the white man is the slickest of them all. Which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, as God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. Now think about this for a second. Any brother that claims to be pro-black, right, and he has a woman that claims to be pro-black, don't let the damn white man deal with your woman. This is how we got jammed up in the first damn place. You see what I'm saying? Because during the time of the, Black Panthers and all of that, when we were supposed to be having, awakening among our people and everything, what did they do? They went back, anytime that the white people brought the camera, what did they want to do? They want to put the camera and want to talk to that black woman. You see what I'm saying? Like we're not even there. You see what I'm saying? They want to go and talk to her. They do that all the damn time. As a matter of fact, let somebody call, say you got a house phone, people, you got a house phone and somebody calls your number, you got a landline, somebody calls your number, right? What did they do if they're selling something? They ask to speak to the woman of the house. Why do they do that? Because they know that she's easy to game up. You see what I'm saying? What you're supposed to do in that instance, you're supposed to damn check them. They talk to that damn woman, all of a sudden, you got something delivered at your door that y'all don't even damn need, right? That costs way too much goddamn money because you let somebody else, game up your woman. That's why salespeople always want to deal with the goddamn woman. You see what I'm saying? Always. You see what I'm saying? They don't like dealing with the man because the man can sit there and think, wait a minute, hold on, is this profitable for us? No, I don't know about that. Is this probably, because they, dazzled by the, especially the white man come through, selling something, and she first damn thing she want to do is start talking like she, she starts talking damn near like she's white herself, trying to put herself a little bit up on his level just to try and show him that even though she's so far under him, she can at least carry on an intelligent conversation. You see what I'm saying? While she talked to us like a damn dog. You better check your goddamn woman if for one thing, the servant shouldn't be talking to your damn woman anyway. He should be dealing with you on whatever damn situation it is. But notice something, if you allow her to deal with white people, notice how she starts to talk versus how she talked to you. You see what I'm saying? She starts to talk like them. So what does that tell you? That she has a level of respect for them that she doesn't have for you. You better damn flash on her behind when she do that. Real talk. You see what I'm saying? You better check her. You know what I'm saying? When she does that. I mean, you ain't got a flash on her, but you let her know until she gets silly about it. Okay, then you start to play. You go into flash mode. You know what I'm saying? But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God had said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, what did we say? Well, my husband said that we can't afford this. Such and such we can't really afford this. And what did the serpent say? The serpent said, well, I can cut you this deal. See, you can afford it. He's convincing you, he don't even know what the hell you got in your goddamn bank account, but he's convincing you that you can afford it. You see what I'm saying? The serpent is doing the similar thing right here. This is why the business should be handled through that man, not no goddamn woman. You see what I'm saying? And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. Now he got to think, you can afford this sin. You can afford this transgression right here. And he's convinced of it, and her mind starts to think, can I afford that? So, some company calling her selling sex toys. You see what I'm saying? All types of different damn sex toys. It's way bigger than, the penis of her man, right? So she can plug her damn self with, so that her man can no longer satisfy her no damn more. You see what I'm saying? And she's, this is a little tee-hee moment, you know what I'm saying? They got damn Tupperware, almost like the Tupperware parties they had in the 80s and 90s. They got the same damn thing for sex toys. You see what I'm saying? Christian sex toy parties. You can't let your damn people deal with your damn woman like that. Business should be done through you. You see what I'm saying? If anybody tell you, if your wife learned anything about anything, it should be through you. You see what I'm saying? And you damn sure don't need to tell her the goddamn thing either. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for God doth know that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Now, what is she thinking? She's thinking there's some type of knowledge out there, right? That trumps what her husband has taught her, And this is a battle that brothers got to deal with all the time, you know what I'm saying? If you going over the scripture, you teaching your wife what this Bible says. You see what I'm saying? You got to damn stomp out, you know what I'm saying? As the scriptures say, so you should bruise the serpent's head. He'll bruise your heel, but you'll bruise his head. You see what I'm saying? You teach your family, you grieve the enemy. Make sure that you're diligent about this, because that is warfare. You got to learn warfare. The Lord ain't never chose men in the scriptures to lead that wasn't about warfare. You look at all the leaders that's in the Bible, they were warring men and they understood warfare. That's why the Lord chose them to lead the nation. So if you're in some Israelite group and they say that they're not about warfare and that they're about spiritual warfare, tell them to give you an example of the spiritual warfare. And I'll bet you they can't properly give you no example of the spiritual warfare. You see what I'm saying? They'll give you some type of Christian, they'll go right back to Christianity. You see what I'm saying? Until you give you something out of their Christian toy chest, you know what I'm saying? Of what, and give you some type of Christian breakdown of what spiritual warfare is. You see what I'm saying? They'll do that while at the same damn time having the men not to be soldiers. You see what I'm saying? And then they wonder why we do things the way we do it. We dress how we dress and stuff like that. We dress how we dress and all of that to keep a man's mind in warfare, because, you can tell what type of man a man is by the attire that he wears. You see what I'm saying? You can tell that they Christian hoes by the little teeth and t-shirts that they wear with little tassels at the bottom. That's not warlike apparel. You see what I'm saying? Warlike apparel is actually intimidating clothes. We get attention wherever we go. Not that we want personal attention for ourselves or any of that, because attention helps the truth. You see what I'm saying? When we wear a Hebrew Academy jacket, that is a warlike jacket. You see what I'm saying? And we like that, we ain't got to go and approach people, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got to run around with little bitty, tight, little small fringes on the bottom of our shirt. They're not even fringes, they're more like little bristles on the bottom of a goddamn shirt. You see what I'm saying? To where people can barely even tell that you know what I'm saying, know that you're an Israelite. That's a punk in war. You see what I'm saying? That right there is a punk. The way that you carry yourself, you represent. And people can come into the truth just because of that. You see what I'm saying? And with that being said, we are the ISUPK coming out of 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. Pay your tithes, pay your offerings, support and help the men in this truth. Support your troops. Help out this brotherhood. Get into classes. Take, report in the classes. You know what I'm saying? Be diligent in these classes and really start to learn this truth. You see what I'm saying? And with that being said, shalom.